Yo! Welcome back to another edition of the Cruiser Podcast. I am your host, Andrew Cruz. And where you can find the Cruiser Podcast is on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you can find your podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you can find latest updates of the Cruising Podcast is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast. Also on Twitter at Nicetown Finest. Yeah, buddy. Let's go with the show. Okay. I'm going to start off with this. Everybody knows that Andrew Cruz is an Eagles fan. One of the biggest Eagles fans that you'll ever know. I don't really care about all these other guys that have videos and stuff like that. There's no bigger Eagles fan than I am. As you guys can see, my Eagles cup is right there, baby. Woo! But listen, I'm going to say this in the words of Arrow. Philadelphia, you have failed Carson Wentz. Philadelphia Eagles organization, you have failed Carson Wentz. And here's what I'm going to do. Your toxicity has practically broken this dude. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that he's supposed to be a professional football player. He's supposed to have the mentality of, steel, and nothing should really get to him. But when you get bashed over and over and over and over and over again by your own fan base, in which you play your heart out for, in which you played injured for, motherfucker threw a touchdown with a torn ACL and then walked off the field, pulled some Kobe shit right there. And you're going to sit here and try to tell me, this dude isn't that good? I know he's having a bad season. Aaron Rodgers had a bad season at one point. Well, in Aaron Rodgers' case, Aaron Rodgers is fucking. You got to understand. Russell Wilson, the past few games has more turnovers than Carson Wentz. Carson is actually fourth on the list of turnovers, which is still bad, but I mean, he's fourth on the list of turnovers in the past past couple games now. But the problem is that I'm hearing, and this is just me hearing from certain sources and things like that, because most of the athletes that's on the Philadelphia Eagles apparently are a bunch of pussies and don't know how to sit here and come out and speak their fucking mind. Just saying. But you're going to try to tell me that as a grown-ass fucking man that's making millions of dollars, that came from the practice squad, wasn't highly drafted, got an opportunity to play the sport that they love, the sport that most of us wish that we can play, but we're just sitting here watching. You mean to tell me that a grown-ass fucking man doesn't have self-motivation? Can't self-motivate enough to go and run a fucking route hard every single time? You can tell me that you can walk around with your head held high as an NFL professional. You sit here and you talk about Carson Wentz needs to be professional, about how he should be taking the bashing from his own fan base, from his own organization. You're trying to tell me that as a professional football player, he is failing, and not look at the other side of the people that are supposed to be catching passes, getting separation. They got a bunch of speed guys on the team, but hey, guess what? None of them get separation. None of them. At all. At all. You mean to tell me that it took Jalen Hurts to come into the game and for y'all to start getting separation? Bullshit. You have no fucking heart. And I hope one of you fuckers hear this. And I don't care. You have no heart. You do not deserve to wear that green. I know it ain't 2017. I know they won the Super Bowl then, and we should stay off that high horse. Look, listen, motherfucker. If you haven't won a Super Bowl and if you as a fan base hasn't watched and not won a Super Bowl in so long, you're going to talk all this shit in the world. Trust me, that shit was amazing to watch. But you're going to sit here and try to tell me that as a grown-ass fucking man that you can't go and run a fucking route hard because you don't like who's throwing you the ball? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of Philadelphia. You don't deserve to be in this city. This is a historic city. Fuck you. Get out of here. You know how many motherfuckers is ready to walk in there and start running hard for routes? Me? What do you need me to do? How much separation you need me to get? I'll get as much separation as possible. But you're gonna sit here and try to tell me as a professional that you can't handle your business professionally? Your job? You mean to tell me you can't do your job? Is that what you're trying to tell me because you don't like who look? I walk in most people, I don't mean to say I, but most people walk into a job where they hate their fucking bosses. Let's be real, they don't like their bosses. Not even that, they don't like their coworkers. But you're trying to tell me. But those motherfuckers still go in, put on the lunch pail, try to smile, not is what it is, but they get their fucking job done. You mean to tell me that you can't self-motivate enough for somebody that makes maybe no matter what, you make way more than the average fucking citizen in this country. You make more than that. Some of you double that. Actually, might even triple it. And you're going to sit here and try to tell me that you're not running routes hard because the motherfucker that's throwing you the ball pissed you off somehow? You know he should have won MVP in 2017, right? You know that he threw a touchdown with a torn ACL, right? You know he made the playoffs last year with nothing but practice squad players and Zach Ertz. He made the playoffs last year and was playing well before Jadeveon fucking Clowney decided to go headhunting and give him a concussion. Oh, we forgot about that. Oh, my bad. And then the team to say thank you, thanks, guy. We're going to give you a contract, but you know what? We're going to do this also. We're going to draft a quarterback, a very, very good quarterback at that, in the second round. And say that he's going to be a Taysom Hill type. But yet he's starting this weekend. You had one bad season. It wasn't even like, and to tell you the truth, everybody was hating on you last year. And I was probably the main person saying, bro, but he got us to the playoffs with Craig Ward as the top wide receiver. Deontay Burton as the other wide receiver. He was down to 2 to 3 wide receivers that motherfuckers never heard of. And then you did it again. And you have to do it again for a full season this time? You can get away with that with like 3 or 4 games. You can get away with that shit. Understandable. But you're asking a lot out of a motherfucker when you got nothing but practice squad players out there that can't get separation, but they're bitching. He has to throw you open sometimes. You know how hard that is? Aaron Rodgers is a very, very accurate quarterback. And I know people are trying to compare this situation with Aaron Rodgers. So I'm gonna give you guys a little secret. Aaron Rodgers is one of the fucking goats. Aaron Rodgers is a top 5 quarterback. At the time, he did start regressing. But the problem is that Aaron Rodgers didn't really have weapons. He still really doesn't have weapons. Really, he has a top flight wide receiver that gets open, because he gets separation. And even if he doesn't get separation, he has strong enough hands to catch the ball. I saw that firsthand with fucking Darius Slay. And I hope Darius Slay isn't down on himself because in the past 2 weeks, you've played the top wide receivers in the game. And then also, hey, here's Michael Thomas this week. You know how hard that is to keep up? That has to be a bitch when you're doing it by yourself. But no, Carson's to blame. Everything, the problems that's happening right now, it's all Carson Wentz. It's Carson Wentz's fault. You're a fucking idiot if that's the case. All you motherfuckers. All you motherfuckers. I love Philadelphia. I love Philadelphia. It is my hometown. North Grant Street is where I lived most of my life. I mean, most of my life in Philadelphia. Sorry, most of my life in Philadelphia. Also, South Jersey, aka East Philadelphia. And you're gonna sit here and try to tell me, as a fan base, you can't get behind this dude? First of all, he's God fearing. Second of all, even though that has nothing to do with football, but second of all, this motherfucker got some heart, bro. Balls of steel. I know he holds the ball a few times. All right, I ain't gonna lie. He's made quite a few fucking mistakes this year. So did Brett Favre. Brett Favre is talked about as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. One of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. What y'all don't understand is that Peyton Manning had like 20 interceptions in his fucking rookie year. Do you know that? Tom Brady, when he won his first title, really was a non-fucking factor. That defense was nasty. You had Ty Law, Richard Seymour, Teddy Bruschi. You had some killers on that. Rodney Harrison. I think, no, Rodney Harrison might not have been on that team yet. That team was some killers. And you had the coach that was Bill Belichick. Now, I'm not trying to sit here and say that Carson Wentz is those guys. But in 2017, he was better than the motherfuckers before he got injured. And then played football with a broken fucking back the next year. Hold on. Won most of his games. And then Nick Foles played. And everybody was like, well, maybe we should keep Nick Foles. Nick Foles wouldn't have got to the playoffs last year. Sorry to give you that fucking tidbit of information. Nick Foles wouldn't have got you to the playoffs last year. But you want to sit here and you want to try to say that this man is the worst quarterback in the league. And some of you try to say it out of motivation for him. That's not fucking right. You try to say he's the worst fucking quarterback in the league. Now, did he have has he having a horrible season? Fucking course. But remember, before the bye week, he went the fuck off. Before the bye week, he might have thrown like 2 interceptions. That bye week fucked us. But you want to sit here and you want to try to tell me that this dude can't have one bad season? Peyton Manning had to dig himself from a fucking dirt. And he's still one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. I heard some dumbass told me the other day that they stopped watching football because the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl. Do you not know the Eagles were number 1 in the NFC that fucking year? And that it wasn't just luck that they got there? That man played an MVP-like season, and y'all forgot. You forgot. What have you done for me lately? Bitch, I got to the playoffs last year with fucking nothing. Nothing. Brandon Brooks was injured. Jason Peters was injured. Fucking Lane Johnson's playing with half an ankle. I think Salamalu was injured too. Only one that wasn't really injured was Jason fucking Kelce. And the only reason why the Eagles lost against the Seattle Seahawks in the fucking playoffs is because Carson Wentz got injured. You can't tell me that this dude is not special because he had to do it on his fucking own last year with a hobbled Zach Ertz. Ertz was hurt last year. And no Dallas Goedert. I think it was, no, might have been in reverse. Fuck, I forgot. All I know is this. So next time, you stupid fucks, and I'm saying you stupid fucks, I don't give a fuck. You're dumb as shit. Next time you dumb fucks want to sit here and say, "Well, he's the worst quarterback. We need to get rid of him. We need new blood in there." What? That means we're rebuilt. That means the Eagles will be rebuilding next year if you get rid of Carson Wentz. And I, for one, have seen way too many rebuilds in my fucking life in the Philadelphia fucking region. I'm done watching fucking rebuilds. Sorry. That's just where I'm at. I went through the process. I watched as many Sixers games as I could during the fucking process. Trust me. I watched the Eagles during the mid fucking 90s. Early 90s and mid 90s. Those were bad fucking teams. Whoa, except for Randall Cunningham years. And Rodney Pete was the Ty Detmer years, the Coy Detmer years, the AJ Feely years. AJ Feely got paid because he played kind of well for the Eagles. The Kevin Cobb times, Sam Bradford. I'm not trying to watch another rebuild of this fucking team. I think there needs to be a new coaching staff, or the coaching staff needs to get their fucking heads out of their asses and get a fucking offensive coordinator. One of those guys that can call a fucking play right. They can call a good play, not the same fucking play. So I'm going to go back to that heart discussion. I started reading the Kobe Bryant book. The Mamba mentality. Fuck, man, I don't even know. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, by the way. I've been reading that. The man talks about sacrifice. Do you know he only got 4 hours of sleep per day in his life while he was playing basketball? That man said, I had to sacrifice. He said, and the thing that I had to sacrifice was sleep. That man was a fucking machine. Rest in peace. Sorry. He was a machine. He had a lot of heart. He embodied what Philadelphia was, even though he played for the Los Angeles Lakers. He was what Philadelphia is. And people might not think it, but it is a blue collar fucking city. There's a lot of low income to middle class people living in Philadelphia at this point. And I know there's a lot everywhere else. But you had to pull up your bootstraps, get your shit together, and let's go to fucking work. Some people went to West Virginia to get work in the coal mines and then have to go back home. Y'all don't understand. Steel. You have to go to Pittsburgh sometimes, or Pittsburgh too. Pennsylvania is just fucking straight up. You only think about Philadelphia and Pittsburgh, but that middle of Pennsylvania is ridiculous. But where am I going with this? I don't know. But no, where I was going with this was for real. I was reading the Kobe book, and I'm sitting here just thinking in my mind, like, Kobe, that Mamba mentality, that real mentality, that mentality. Some motherfuckers got it, and literally some don't. And me hearing that wide receivers weren't running routes because they were upset with the quarterback and they were trying to get him out of there. What? If I was the coach and I heard that shit, I would have found out who fucking said it, and I would have kicked them right the fuck off the team. Actually, I don't even want you on my fucking practice squad. You can get the fuck off my team. I don't need that shit. You went and drafted a speed wide receiver who can't get fucking separation until Jalen Hurts came into the game? Or because they were playing soft zone because they were up by 20 fucking points. And it's pretty easy to dissect the defense in that situation. But we're going to find out on a full game schedule for this week, because I'm sure it's going to be a fucking massacre in New Orleans. I would go to the game, but I will refuse to watch that shit. I watched that one time in person, and I will not do that shit again. I love this team. I love Philadelphia. I love some of the people. But the fan base, you are toxic as fuck and it's irritating as shit. I know I'm not in Philly, but y'all piss me off in the worst ways possible. Because you think that you think he's a bad quarterback. But did you really watch the games? Have you really seen what's going on? Nope. I have gone on a 20-minute rant about this shit, and I am fucking done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done talking about this team until there has to be some drastic fucking change around the quarterback. You keep guys like that. Guys are willing to like that shit had me thinking about Kobe when he threw a touchdown with a torn ACL and walked off the field. By the way, just in case why am I comparing that to Kobe? Kobe tore his Achilles. Probably didn't know he tore his Achilles at the time, but he tore or ruptured or tore his Achilles at one point during a basketball game. They called a foul, and he shot his 2 free throws and walked off the court on his own fucking power after tearing his Achilles. That's the guy you fucking keep. You keep him around for however long he needs to stay. You keep him around. And that's all I'm going to say about that shit. You disappoint me, Philadelphia fans. You disappoint me so much. All right, so last week I had a show called End of an Era. I was talking about I was about to say Smallville. Fuck. Supernatural. The ending to it, definitely not leaving any room to where we are not getting another one. Just putting that out there. Just letting you guys know. Probably just spoiled it for quite a few of you. Sorry. Spoiled a little bit. No, I didn't really spoil it. Just know it was a great ending. It was a great ending. I never thought I liked the Kansas song "Carry On My Wayward Son," and I love that song. I love it every time there's a season finale of it. That's how you know the season finale was coming for Supernatural, is when you're "Carry on my wayward son, carry me where you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more." You know, when you hear that come on, I'm just like, it gives you goosebumps. But to hear it for the last time, it's like, fuck, man. 15 years of my life was spent watching that show. 15 years. Imagine that. And it was a great ending. I'm glad these guys are having, a second career too. Walker, Texas Ranger with Jared Padalecki, and Jensen Ackles will be Soldier Boy in the next The Boys next season. Next season of The Boys. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Also, for End of an Era, I did want to talk about one thing real quick. I'm wearing a tennis shirt right now. It's not for the tennis. Actually, I don't even know where the fuck that shirt is. But I'm gonna give a quick story real quick. Quick story real quick. No, but when I first moved to Texas, I been playing tennis for a very long time beforehand. Played in high school, played a little bit in college. I used to do big things. Played a lot of tournaments too, especially junior tournaments. Top 100 in Virginia. I'm just nothing too big. I'm just top 100. Junior, and I was in the top 100. I'm just like, hey, look, listen. I would have to say I was GOAT in Virginia. So, and also, beating prodigy like that. Kids I've been getting taught since they can hold a racket. I'm just beating kids. Yeah, this is what I do. Not beating kids in tennis. I was beating them in tennis, not any crazy shit. But I go on to say, when I first moved to Texas, I thought I was going to be lost trying to play tennis. I thought I couldn't find anything. Man, I used to practice with my tennis coach, my high school tennis coach, practically so much. He was really my coach. He was my, we did private practices. We whenever we had like summer camps, I was there for the summer camps. I even coached the team for one season, and that was fun. And that was in Virginia. And now I moved to Texas and I'm lost. I'm like, whoa, fuck, man, I don't have my tennis community anymore. So I joined this tournament just out of just fuckery. I was just like, you know what? I gotta get out this funk. I gotta play tennis. I gotta do it. And this was actually my first adult tournament. Is it? Yeah, my first adult tournament. No, no, it can't be my first one. So whatever. My first adult tournament in Texas. Well, it was at this place called Copperfield. It's in Katy, Texas. In Copperfield. This is my first tournament in Texas. This is like, I mean, I'm nervous. I'm this, that, and the third. I don't know how I'm going to do. I know I'm playing against like older people, but like, you know, people that can actually ball out. And long story short, I won the tournament. This is my first ever tournament win. I went through 3 matches and I won all 3. And I fucking no, I didn't. It wasn't 3. Whatever, how many fucking matches it was. But I won the tournament, and it was one of my biggest achievements in my life. I do have to say, it actually probably is my biggest achievement of my life is winning that tournament. And also, well, actually, it's probably whatever. Fuck it. But I'm sad to say that the place where I won my first tournament, and I had this little crystal ball that comes in it, and I had like a shirt. I have a couple actually Copperfield shirts, but I completely forgot what the fuck point I was about to make. But oh yeah, there we go. I just got word that they were closing, that they closed last week. They closed the doors for good last week, and it's been 10 years since I won my first tournament there, and it's this very special place in my heart because that was it. That's where you never forget your first. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But listen, you never forget your first one, though. That was my first tournament win. I was the proudest moment. I think, like, literally after that match, I was hyped. I hit up my coach. I was like, "Yeah, man, you know, I won my first tournament." Blah blah blah. He said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah." They always say, don't mess with Texas," but you fucked it all up. I was like, "Yeah, dog, yeah." Then I went to sleep. I went to sleep afterwards. It was very mentally draining. Actually, funny story, and then I'm gonna come off of this. Funny story. Popped my strings in the final match. By the way, popped them, and I've been playing with these strings. But if people that know me, I don't pop strings that often. And when I do pop my strings, I'm practically fucked, okay? Because I'm used to playing with those strings for way too long. I'm not supposed to play with strings this fucking long. That's how flat I hit the damn ball. But popped my strings in the and I actually popped beforehand. I popped my other 2, so I was down to that was my last racket. And my brother went and he was like, "Yo, I got a racket. I got the racket in the car." I was like, oh. So I almost didn't win that tournament due to the fact that I almost ran out of fucking equipment. Always be prepared with like at least 10 rackets because your boy here almost lost the tournament due to unpreparedness. I don't know if that's a word, but it's a word right now. So just put it out there. Make sure the kids out there that you know you listen, and make sure that you are very well prepared for your tennis matches because Andrew Cruz was almost fucking not. So just put it out there, making sure you know almost lost the tennis match because of it. So I would like to say, man, like I said, this is a very special place in my heart. I'm so happy that I got to play there, and seriously, man, to the family that was owning it, you know, good luck to you on your ventures outside of the club. It was a beautiful club in the middle of like it's literally in the middle section of like Katy and fucking before you hit what was that 290 right there? Yeah. Oh yeah, before you hit 290 and go up to I think it's on Highway 6. Whatever, fuck it. But I want to just say thank you guys so much for having me. And I'm mad I couldn't go to the little they had a nice little mixer for their last night. I couldn't get to it, man. I had to work, man. Work, work life shit is draining. But yeah, definitely want to say, thank you. Fuck, man. This sucks ass. So also, we're gonna go with some other stuff, with some quick stuff, real quick. I mean, what the fuck am I doing today? What is going on? Why are y'all allowing me to do shit at 12:30 at night? Why do y'all allow me to do this? You know what I'm saying? Why? Why would y'all do this to me? But just getting some word about this Spider-Man movie. A lot more Spider-Man shit is coming out right now. Are we about to have a live action Spider-Verse? First of all, we found out that Tom Holland, of course, will be Spider-Man. Where I have seen reports that Tobey Maguire has been doing some fitting for a Spider-Man suit. Does that mean Tobey Maguire's about to be in this shit? Also, didn't they confirm Andrew Garfield was supposed to be in this? Or was Andrew... well, no, they didn't confirm Andrew Garfield. But if you're going to have Jamie Foxx's Electro, then I think you should probably have Andrew Garfield come in, maybe do a starring role. Well, not a starring role, but, a little role right here and there. And now they have the original Doc Octopus coming. The original Doc Octopus from the Spider-Man 2. Probably the greatest Spider-Man ever, by the way, next to Spider-Verse. Into the Spider-Verse is the greatest Spider-Man movie ever. But the live action ones, Spider-Man 2, fucking takes the cake. And Alfred Molina played Doc Ock, and he has been told, we have been told that he's been casted as reprising his role as Dr. Octopus. And Charlie Cox is in talks there's rumors that Charlie Cox is in talks to reprising his role as Daredevil. Are you fucking kidding me? So we're about to have Spider-Man, probably another Spider-Man. And then we're going to have Doc Ock come back. We got Electro out there. We got possibly Kraven the Manhunter. We possibly got fucking Daredevil. Did I say Daredevil already? Probably already did, but I don't give a fuck. We got possibly Daredevil. Could we get Miles Morales? Could we get a live action Miles Morales? He's been mentioned in the first one by Donald Glover's character. Remember, he's Uncle Aaron. He's Uncle Aaron. So fuck, he's Uncle Aaron, and he talks about Miles. Are we going to get a live action Into the Spider-Verse? I know Miles Morales probably won't be the main character in this, but will we get him? Will we have Spider-Gwen? Will we have Spider-Gwen? Think about this. Emma Stone comes back as Gwen Stacy, even though they fucked that up and allowed her to die on fucking Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man 2, which is, look, listen, I know you guys probably like, oh, you just spoiled it for you. No, look, fucker, that movie came out like 30 years ago. Get the fuck over it. She shouldn't have been killed off. You do not kill off Gwen because she becomes Spider-Gwen. You fucked up. The fuck was that noise? I don't like that. All right, cool. Could we get a live action Into the Spider-Verse? If we do, you are going to, first of all, this is going to be the greatest movie of all fucking time. Also, Morbius is supposed to be coming. Morbius supposed to be coming out next year anyway. Which I'm going to talk about movie shit in a second. But other movie shit. This is like for nerds. I'm just going to put it out there. This is like for nerds. That girl or guy, or however way you want to go about this, a girl guy that you've been sweet talking, that you've been giving out candy to, you've been doing this, that, and the third, and they're ready to fuck. And you like, what? Yo, this is going to be, this is happening? Hold on, what the fuck? hold on, I've been doing all this shit and it worked. Holy shit! I'm not. Yeah, it worked. Well, okay, I've been wanting it for a while, and here it is on a plate. We get all that in one fucking movie. If this happens, if we get this, nerds, we win. We won. We won. We did. This is the thing. This is going to be the greatest superhero movie of all time, and that's beating Infinity War. Sorry to give you guys that. Spider-Man is one of the most famous comic book character of all time, and you put that with the greatest movie of all time, and you make it live fucking action, and then you put all these people together. If they put Punisher in here, what if they put Punisher, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, fucking Iron Fist? Even though you need to recast them, recast them. Don't give a fuck. But you put all of them that we got from the Netflix series. By the way, those contracts are up. They're up, by the way, on Netflix. Those shits are up, and they haven't really filmed this shit yet. Think about that shit. Think about it. Think about it. I'm in there. Like swimwear. I'm in there, dog. Y'all don't understand. I'm hyped about this shit. I even made a sex reference for it. That's how great this is. But listen. I'm gonna put this out there and just make sure everybody understands. This is gonna be the greatest fucking movie of all time. All time. I know I'm hyping it up a little bit much. I'm giving it a high fucking bar. But if you do all that, I know it's gonna be everybody's gonna be like, man, it's just too much shit going on. Shut up. You go to the corner, you shut the fuck up. Don't fuck this up for us. Just putting it out there. If we get the Netflix characters, I'm fucking in. You got me. I'm already in. I don't give a fuck. That was the best Doc Ock performance ever. Electro, okay, Jamie, second try, bro. Second try, take two. Woo! Tobey Maguire fitting on the suit. This is your fourth chance, buddy. Fourth. What if we get Eddie fucking Brock? Tom Hardy? What? It's not going to happen. That's just too much. It's too much. I know it's a Sony film. It's just too much. It's too much. But what if it happens? What if it happens? I'm amped. I don't give a fuck. I am amped. It is 12:30 and I'm fucking amped. That just got me more hyped. It got me hyped again. When I read the shit, I was hyped. When I'm here now talking about it, I'm just like, whoa, this shit could be fucking awesome. And he's on the run and he needs a fucking lawyer. Matt Murdock's a fucking lawyer. What? We might even get She-Hulk. Okay. All right. It's too hype. It's too much. Too much for 12:30. It's too much. But that is fucking cool as shit. Think about that, though. I got you thinking now. Now you're like, whoa, what is going on down there? Know what I'm talking about. Don't act like you don't. All my nerds know this for a fact. What is going on down there? But listen. This is very exciting news. I'm very excited to go and watch this movie. As soon as they say Andrew Garfield's in it, then I'm like into the Spider-Verse. And then also we got a Flashpoint movie coming. Into the Flashpoint. That might be even the second greatest movie of all time if Warner Brothers doesn't fuck it up. Which they will. Okay, so speaking of Warner Brothers, HBO Max will be getting all the new theatrical releases of movies coming out at the same time. Apparently AMC and all the rest of these people are bitching. Hey, dumbass, maybe if you were smart, you would put those on your AMC app that you have. It had people pay $30 that they would have spent on popcorn and drinks in the movie. What? You mean it's a good idea? Yeah. HBO Max isn't giving you that shit for free. You think that's going to be free? Just let you guys know. Shit ain't going to be free. And I have HBO Max. Trust me. I know that shit ain't gonna be free because Disney Plus said, "Fuck you, you're paying $30 for fucking Mulan," and it was one of the highest grossing marks out there. Probably this year. It's probably the highest grossing movie out there. And guess what? It was a bad fucking movie. They said. I'm gonna watch it. Now it's free on fucking Disney Plus. I'm definitely gonna watch it. So I refuse to pay for shit. I'm done. I'm done paying for shit. But no, but seriously, I know that you guys I know a lot of people, I know a lot of these movie companies are very upset about it. But hey, what do you think is gonna happen? What do you think? We have nowhere, we can't go into you. We can't go into you. So what do you want to do? What would you like that? That's helping the people. But you gotta think about it. But there's only video on demand is going to be greater next year. Is because I'm telling you now that most moviegoers went and bought surround sound or bought like one of those soundboards that pretty much is a movie theater setup in their house. They got a 60 to 70-inch TV in their living rooms. Why the fuck would I want to leave my house? I could pop my own popcorn that was only like $10. No, I mean, well, I could pop 6 of them that were like $10 instead of me getting the big ass tub and eating it for $30. And I can do that. And I can pause the fucking movie so I can go take a piss. Win fucking win. Hey, AMC, you have an app that plays movies. Why the fuck do you not just get on to, oh, if you're going to do that, then we're going to have our own video on demand service that you don't have to pay for the app. You just have to pay for the movie because you're going to be paying for the movie anyway. Hell, even if you only sold the movie for $20 fucking dollars, video on demand wise, and only have like a 24-hour viewing, thing, might fucking do something. You're welcome. I just gave you a business plan. You're welcome. I know it doesn't. I know you guys probably paid a lot of money for it, but listen to me. That's the only way this shit's gonna work right now is video on demand. The only movies that I would want to see out of theater, I mean in theater. I'm sorry. The movies that I want to see in theater are probably Matrix 4, Wonder Woman, Dune. Well, damn it, I guess it is the big ass movies. So the bigger movies, the bigger explosive movies, that's the ones, yeah, we kind of want to see on film, on the big screen. But once again, people have soundboards that pretty much imitate what happens in a movie theater. And if you want to get like really exclusive and Richie rich, people have massage chairs. So they can fucking just watch a movie right there and say that if rumble happens, you just put the massage chair on needle or something like that, and it just feels like that you're in the action right there. Is that like or you can have like a little rumble stick, just like back in the day with N64. Or if you have children and they are a little fucking wild, you can say, hey, big things coming up, shake the chair a little bit. And now we are interactive again. There also are 3D fucking screens. Also, they're 3D. So why do people need to go to the movie theater, AMC and Regal, even though Regal built that big ass one over by, somewhere. I don't even know. They just built a big ass one though. It looks fantastic. But listen, why? What the fuck were y'all doing? Yeah, get on the horse because you might want to get on this train before it leaves. That's the only way movie theater is going to survive next year is if they do video on demand and probably do it for cheaper. It's the only way they're going to survive this shit. Sorry. It's the only way it's going to happen. And oh shit. Well, that just went crazy. But that's the only way you're going to survive this shit. I'm sorry. I know this sounds bad. I know you're probably not listening to me. That's on you. That's your fucking fault. Not mine. That's your fault. I would love you guys to be a fan of mine because I love going to the movie theater. The biggest thing about it's the atmosphere. of the movie theater. Now, me paying $30 for shit, you know I'm a cheap motherfucker. That's why I want the cheap option. But if people think about it, nah, I ain't gonna make y'all. No, I'm gonna let y'all figure out which one's gonna be costing more. Actually, figure it out your damn self. Think about this: tub of popcorn. Get a big ass tub of popcorn, and then you can refill it for free. Problem is that you're gonna be missing some of the movie because people don't know how to order shit at a fucking counter. That's just what happens, and that's life. But is what it is. But I want to say, man, thank you guys so much for listening. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a show right now because I forgot. I have a job in the morning to do, and they have been. No, I'm joking. But and also it's peak season. Just in case everybody doesn't know, you don't need to know what the fuck my job application is because that is not your business. Oh, one more thing. Hold on. It's gonna take like 5 minutes. Go back to sports for a second. Floyd Mayweather is supposed to be fighting Logan Paul in February. Okay. Everybody knows that Logan Paul's like literally 50 pounds bigger than him, right? Like he's at least 210, 215 at his biggest, and like Floyd Mayweather at his like biggest might be 150, maybe 145. He's a welterweight champion of the fucking world. And this dude is about to fight really a cruiserweight slash, well, really, Logan would probably be a heavyweight. By the way, Logan Paul lost to fucking KSI. Think about that shit for a second. And he's fighting the greatest fighter of all time. And the greatest fighter of all time accepted the fight. And it's an exhibition, which means nothing. It means nothing. It means that they're going to fight. You punch, either of them get punched in the face, it's not going to be friendly. I promise. And people are like, whoa, Floyd was a defensive fighter, and his fights are boring. Did you ever watch Pretty Boy Floyd fight? Not Money Mayweather. Did you watch Pretty Boy Floyd fight? That motherfucker was a motherfucking savage. He was a savage. That was a different mindset. And also, he kept breaking his hands. Just in case people didn't know, he broke his hands a lot. That's why he stopped fighting like that. When he fights like that, when he needs to fight like that. Yeah, he hasn't knocked people out. But listen to me. He's about to fight Logan Paul, who's fought 2 fights in his life, 2 professional boxing matches in his life. One was a draw, and the other one's a loss. You put the pieces together. That is a bad fight, and it's a money grab for Mayweather. He said, what, money? Logan Paul? Okay, fuck it. Easy money. It sounds like an easy night for me. And I know everybody's like, whoa, he's probably going to go in overconfident. I would too, especially when I know the motherfucker across from me hasn't fought as much fights as I've fought. Motherfucker. Look, listen. Floyd Mayweather has learned more boxing. Than 5 of Logan Paul's lifetimes. His fucking dad was a fighter. His uncle was a fighter. Actually, one of them, I forgot which one it was, just was a monster. Knocked motherfuckers out. He was a problem. I think it was the uncle. His uncle was the one that passed away, Roger Mayweather. He was a problem. You're trying to fight that man? Oh, you fucking stupid. Bro, make your money jumping off of fucking roofs. That's jumping off the Empire fucking State Building, fighting that man. He's lucky that it's Floyd Mayweather now, because if it was Floyd Mayweather back in the day, he's really fucked. And if he would have challenged Manny Pacquiao doesn't know how to turn that off. So if he fought Manny Pacquiao, oh no. I know they were trying to say that Conor McGregor and him was going to be an exhibition fight. Fuck no. It's Manny fucking Pacquiao. It's Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor versus, and then they said Jake Paul versus Conor McGregor. No. Then this is the problem with boxing, because boxing got pushed into this corner where they got to do these freak show fights just so people can watch. How many people watched Danny Garcia and fucking Errol Spence fight last week? I can give you a guess. Probably 500,000. How many people watched fucking Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson. Let's be real. That's the fight that really everybody was talking about. I know who else fought on that card. It was a big fucking card for nostalgia regions. But let's be real. Which fight was the most popular? Okay, cool. Know how many people watched that fight? Over 1 million. Think about that shit. A non-professional fighter. Sorry, Jake Paul, you're not a professional fighter because you're really not a WBC title holder. I don't even know where the fuck you got that shit from. But listen. Listen. Non-professional fighters have garnered more viewership than the actual technically sound fighters of last week. They garnered more viewership and more traction and interaction. They got these kids watching this shit, but they ain't got you watching Danny Garcia and fucking Earl Spence. They don't. They probably won't have you watching Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, or even Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, even though that is the biggest heavyweight fight of all time. When that happens, all of England is going to be watching that fight from the O2 Arena. I don't know how many people are in England. They probably be watching from that. But I want to say, I guess that I'll leave that shit at that. Floyd, why? Don't lose. That's all I can say. Don't get tagged. Don't lose. That's all I can say to you. That's all I can say. So with that, I want to say, man, I want to thank you guys so much for listening. My name is Andrew Cruz. Where you can find, once again, the Cruising Podcast is on Spotify at Cruising Podcast. Also leave a like, a subscription, I think, and also a review. Please leave a review. That'd be great. Let people see if you like it or not. I don't give a fuck. Just leave a review for your boy, man. That's all I want for Christmas. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's a lie. That is a lie. I want a lot. And also, I want to give a lot this year. But no, but seriously though, it would be nice to have quite a few reviews. Also review on Apple iTunes too, so it gets more traction when you guys review and write a review on Apple Podcasts. Like, it gets popped up a lot more. So if you guys do get a chance, please leave a review and let me know how you feel about it. What more can I do for you guys? I know maybe I need to get some intro music and outro music. I don't fucking know. Just let me know which one, and I'll do whatever I can to accommodate, baby. But with that, I want to say, where you can find the latest updates of the Cruising Podcast is on Instagram. On Instagram at Cruising Podcast. Also on Twitter at Nicetown Finest. As you guys can tell, I'm getting a little delirious and I'm getting tired as fuck. So I'm about to take my ass to bed. So with that, I want to say thank you guys so much for listening. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and I'll catch you guys very soon, sooner than you think. But with that, I want to say thank you guys so much. Don't do anything we'll do. Catch you guys later. Deuces.